Why is every single road bike that's getting released now coming with the UDH rear derailleur hanger by SRAM? Looks very similar to this. This is not by SRAM, but you guys get the gist. Whether it be their flagship aerodynamic race rocket machine or their crazy, insane, lightweight climbing bikes, as you guys see, the Cervelo R5, the S-Works Athos 2, the Colnago V5 RS, the Madone Gen 8, the S5 for Aero, the Y1 RS, even the brand new Villiers releasing with a UDH, and the Argon 18 rocking the UDH hanger on there. This derailleur was first released to work with mountain bikes, or basically remove the derailleur hanger altogether to make the frames have these crazy wide gear ranges, get rid of the piece of the bicycle that can break, and make shifting way more efficient and make drivetrains way more efficient. It's a fantastic move by SRAM for sure, but I believe that it has no business being on a lightweight climbing bike that's 5.97 kilograms out of the box. Same with the Athos, and even same with the Aero bicycles, because this group set or these type of components are meant to be used on gravel bikes and mountain bikes. But this is where I think SRAM is coming out with something brand new, probably next year, and these are my thoughts on it. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned. So before I dive into my predictions on what I think is coming, let's go into what the UDH is. The Universal Derailleur Hanger. And this is honestly a godsend for anyone who works in the bicycle mechanics shop or even a bicycle shop in general, because what the derailleur hanger used to be, we would used to have to go to a web page like this or even a catalog, and they would have a different derailleur hanger for every single bicycle model, every single year change, for your hybrids, for your mountain bikes, for your road bikes, whether it be a 2017, a 2016, and they were specific and they were proprietary, and they were always a pain in the butt to find. You had the 1 fasteners, the 2 fasteners, the 3 fasteners, and yes, and this is what we had to go off of. Someone would bring us a derailleur hanger into the store, be like, this is what's off my 2003 Cannondale mountain bike, and I need it to match with this one, and then we sit there with the catalog, matching it. Is it this one? No. We order one in. No, it doesn't work. We order one in. No, it doesn't work. If we sold the brand, it'd be a little bit easier to find that out. But yeah, usually if it's an older bicycle model, you kind of just got to go digging for it, especially if the consumer doesn't help you there. And what does a derailleur hanger do? Well, a derailleur hanger was invented because back in the day, whenever they were making these steel frames or the aluminum frames, they used to mount the whole entire frames with this piece pretty much attached to the bicycle frame. So when you put a derailleur on there, you had situations where if the derailleur got hit hard enough, they would actually compromise the frame completely, and unless you knew a welder, your frame would be scratched. So they went ahead and made this derailleur hanger piece that would attach directly onto the bicycle frame, and this was kind of a giveaway point. Because that derailleur does stick out a little bit more, if you're riding, especially on mountain bikes, where you can ride and that derailleur can hit a rock, that way that piece breaks. It's unfortunate for you, but it saves your bicycle frame. And then obviously going into the carbon fiber era, this made it way more easier to attach a derailleur to the frame. And basically, a lot of people have occasions if they're traveling with their bicycle frame, your derailleur hanger could bend. If you had it stored in your garage and your kids knocked over, your derailleur hanger could bend. If your bicycle fell over on the trail, your derailleur hanger could bend, and then you had to go ahead and buy a new one. So people would stock up on these things. So SRAM came out recently and made a UDH, which again, like I said, I really do enjoy it because it makes my job much easier. It works with mountain bikes, it works with road bikes, it works with gravel bikes, and it seems like the entire industry is going that way. Now, when this first got released, they were going ahead and solving a problem for the mountain bikes. We see this all time and time again. SRAM XX transmission, where the derailleur can go ahead and remove the hanger itself and attach completely onto the bicycle by itself. And they went ahead and said people were obviously worried because the derailleur, what it used to do was it would give way and it would save your frame or your derailleur. But they went ahead and did a ton of testing saying that this derailleur is way more robust. It can handle a ton of force. You don't have to worry about your frame cracking because these frames are covered under warranty as well for that. So you're getting a more efficient derailleur attached to the bicycle, a better chain line, and you don't ever have to worry about it going out of adjustment on a trail or while riding, which is always good. So they released these massive, robust drivetrains for mountain bikes. All the mountain bikers were like, yes, we love it. It makes it way more efficient. We don't have to worry about anything. Then they went ahead and they brought that technology on over to the gravel, where they went ahead to the SRAM XPLR red, the Axis group set right here, and they're running these group sets on gravel bikes and whatnot and hootenanny, and it was definitely, again, a way more efficient drivetrain, even making this 1x a 13 speed. We haven't seen that kind of transition over to the mountain bike, but it's a tighter gear ratio in the back, a 1046 compared to their mountain bike, which is a 1052, and a gravel group set that is really dominating the gravel scene pretty much over Shimano. So if you have a Shimano derailleur, you would just basically have your derailleur hanger, and then your Shimano derailleur can go ahead and go to that. If you have a gravel group set with the transmission, you don't need this. Your derailleur attaches directly to the frame, and so on and so forth for the mountain bike. Now, obviously, with the release of this, why are they coming out with these things on road bikes? It really doesn't make sense for that matter. Maybe they just want to go ahead and make it a way more efficient, for the consumer, for the people working in the bicycle stores. But this definitely is heavier than a typical standard derailleur. It also kicks out the frame a little bit more with chain line to go ahead and match this kind of two-piece derailleur hanger on there. So when you think that when the company is going ahead and making their lightest possible road bikes out there, back in the day, companies would usually even make derailleur hangers specifically for their frames to go ahead and work on here. This is where I think that there's something new coming to the road scene. And I really do think that it's going to be a revision of a SRAM red group set to come out here, because there should be no other reason on there to have the lightest weight road bike out of the box between these two right here with a massive derailleur hanger on there that you can run, if you wanted to, a 1x13 speed bulky rear derailleur. I have this drivetrain on a road bike. I like it. I think it's cool. It's different. But in terms of me actually utilizing it to the max, no, I do not. It's 13 gears in the back with a 46 tooth cassette, and I run a 50 tooth cassette chainring in the front. I don't touch any of these gears back here. But in hindsight, I really do think that they're going to come out with a revised SRAM red group set that you're going to remove this XPLR rear derailleur, and it'll be a SRAM red road 13 speed group set, because Campy has their 2x13 road group set. There's already been rumors, or there's already been patents released by Shimano for their 13 speed wireless group set as well. And SRAM, with their dominating market and their dominating R&D of their groups coming out, and we're seeing more and more pros in the pro peloton switching over to SRAM this year, like EF went from Shimano to SRAM as well. I think that there's something in the wind coming out for next season where the SRAM Red will have a direct mount rear derailleur utilizing this hanger, so that way it'll be a more efficient chain line, and they're going to make this thing very lightweight, and it'll be a 13 speed group set, and also utilizes a 1x drivetrains way more in the pro pelotons. We already saw them, like you had Mads Pedersen rocking a 1x13 speed group set. He had a 54 tooth chainring on the front with a 1046 cassette. Riding in Grand Tours, riding in races. I don't know if it was a Paris-Roubaix on one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he rode in some one-day races as well. But by all certainty, if I had to guess the house on it, I'm assuming that coming up in the pipeline, there's going to be a SRAM Red group set. Now, will we see that trickle-down technology happen with the SRAM Force and SRAM Rival? This is my thoughts on that as well. I think, again, these companies are going after tiers because for so long, Dura-Race, Ultegra, and 105 Di2 are very similar. It's just weight differences there. The 105 doesn't get the bonus buttons, and the front derailleur is different. But now with the brand new launch of the Rival E1, the Force E1, and the SRAM Red E1, I mean, the Force E1 and the Red E1 are so similar in group sets. You close your eyes, you won't feel a difference in shifting. The SRAM Red front derailleur, yeah, you can go to a bigger 52 tooth or 54 tooth, but you can have the Force E1 group set and just buy a front derailleur if you wanted to. It's bigger. The shifting of the derailleurs and the ergonomics of the shifter hoods are exactly the same. So my predictions is that there's going to be a SRAM Red UDH rear derailleur that will be able to attach directly onto these bicycles. That's why you're seeing all these bicycles come with a UDH hanger on there to go ahead and to be compatible with that, because you're not going to have a flagship group set like SRAM Red not be compatible with this. So I think it'll be a 13-speed UDH rear derailleur that's on the back here. I think there'll be an upgrade kit with a chain and cassette, but they're going to keep the revision of the E1 shifters because they just launched that recently. So I don't think they're going to do their consumers dirty by doing that, but I think it'll be a nice little upgrade or a nice little combatant. I think they'll probably launch it either before Shimano launches their 13-speed group set, which is rumored, or they launch it afterwards to kind of draw some heat down. But I really am excited to see it. They obviously have to make it way lighter than what this XPLR group set is right here. They have to worry about chain wrap, and they have to worry about cassette sizes and everything like that. But I think that SRAM is moving on to something, and SRAM has patents and all this other stuff. They're doing a lot of crazy R&Ds for these front derailleurs, where the chainring literally has like a front derailleur built into the chainring. So I think that they're going to utilize one-by drivetrains and try to get rid of the front derailleur completely. Everyone's always kind of nagged on them or gave them crap about their front derailleurs of sometimes not being the most efficient when shifting up and down. I think they're going to remove that completely, 13-speed group set in the rear, and then have some kind of component in the front to make the front chainring have a smaller chainring in there where it works. Maybe even team up with Classified, who knows. But yes, this is my theory on why all these lightweight road bikes are coming with UDH hangers. All these high-end aero road bikes are coming with UDH hangers built into them. Because in my opinion, unless there was no group sets coming out for road, these bicycles would not need them on there. So anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Am I far off? Am I too far-fetched? Am I a dreamer? Or do you think I'm spot on? And again, this is just all me in terms of bicycle predictions, my forecasts, my ideas on the industry. No one has told me anything. And this is just bicycle shop talk. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.